And welcome back to the Forklift Certified Gambling Podcast. I'm your host, Forklift Certified Gambling, with my co-host,
Cam the G. Appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Yes, sir. NFL football is right around the corner, so we had to get one last episode in before it started, folks. What we got today, Cameron?
Pretty much just a bunch of all-year MVPs, rookies, defensive player of the years, like a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Yeah, so we're bringing it to you, folks. We're going to start off with the biggest award, big dogs up front, Jordan Love to win the MVP, 14-1. Come on, folks. He was the second half MVP last year. He took that no-name Packers team and beat the Cowboys, made it farther than everybody expected. So, 14-1, I like it.
Yeah, I can get down on that one. Especially, everyone did say he kind of snuffed the back end of it. Like, he's definitely the MVP when it came to the second half of the season. So, give him a whole year of doing good with good receivers. Like I said earlier, I think he can easily do that. But I'm going to put my money with Patty because, like I said earlier, if any team's going to do a three-peat, it's going to be him. So, yeah. 5-1, I like it.
I like it. Pat's got definitely more options this year to fight that Pat Mahomes devil-worshipping. Brock Purdy, 16-1, man. He's beaten the system's quarterback allegations. He's proven that he can make it to a Super Bowl. And so this number was at 51 last year, and then it dropped all the way down to 10-1. Brock Purdy, 16-1. Get it while you can.
Yeah, I can't go too wrong with that one. My young boy I'm putting in there as a dark horse, I think C.J. Stroud. I think if he takes Houston and does pretty good and has a really good comeback season, I say comeback season, but no one really expected them to do really great the first season. Now they got a little bit of experience with them together now. I think that if they really excel and kind of, as much as I hate to say because they're in our own division, but if they start looking like a good team that everyone on the internet starts talking about, I think that he has a good chance of getting that MVP slot.
Yeah, CJ glazing aside, he is a good quarterback, but everybody knows the real king of the South is Will Levis, the mailman himself. So Will Levis, 100-1, man.
Why not?
Trust me, this price isn't going to be there mid-season.
100-1 is not going to be there next season.
Yeah. All right, so moving to the Offensive Rookie of the Year category, I got two lined up for y'all. I'm going to let Cameron start it off. Cameron, who you got for your Offensive Player of the Year?
Offensive Rookie of the Year. I'm going to go Jaden Daniels, 5-1.
Yeah.
I think Scary Terry finally has a quarterback to make him look more scary and less Terry. So, I think 5-1 there. That's not too shabby. It's a good little fussle.
I like it. I got a rookie wide receiver taking it, man. Marvin Harrison Jr., plus 650, 6.5-1, whatever you want to call it, man. Marvin's that dog. He has more NFL knowledge in his pinky than most people probably do in their whole bodies, man, and he's been around the game his whole life. So I think he could really excel in this offense with Kyler, and at 6.5-1, I like it.
Last thing I got to add to that, Malik Neighbors, 14-1 there. We got him right with getting drafted. Why not get him right with being the Rookie of the Year now?
Yeah, the Giants finally have that alpha, and hopefully Neighbors is that guy for years to come for New York. Last little sprinkle, man. Brock Bowers, 42-1 to win the Rookie of the Year. He's a dog. He can catch passes. He can block for you. He can line up outside in the slot, man. Brock Bowers is going to fuck up the flats this year. So Brock Bowers, 42-1, man. Get on it while you can. He might have like a 100-catch season.
All right. Well, talking about rookies, might as well go with the defensive rookies. He hinted at it earlier. I ain't got nothing else better to say, but Chop Robinson, 15-1, baby.
Yeah, man. We've been riding that Chop train ever since the draft, and we're definitely getting down on Chop again. I know I gave it out in the AFC division betting preview, but it is back, folks. Chop Robinson to win that Defensive Player of the Year. Let's just slide into the offensive. Cameron, who you got to win your Offensive Player of the Year?
Probably gonna go Tyreek, 750-1. He leads the leagues in receptions. I think he'll do really well in terms of just getting that Offensive Player of the Year. And we all saw that little publicity stunt they did earlier this year.
Yeah.
Voted number 1 overall.
He is, man. He is a dog. Tyreek is a dog, and that offense caters to him. So, plus 750 is a dog of a price, man. You got to get down on it while you can. I was going to back up that same sentiment. Tyreek, plus 750. I'm trailing. And then I got Derrick Henry, 40-1, man. Derrick is Unfortunately, not with the Titans anymore. So I'm still gonna be rooting from the sidelines.
Crying, man.
Yeah, man. He's gonna fuck up the end zone this year. He might have 20 plus touchdowns. You never know. So Derrick Henry 40-1. It's a good price.
Yeah, you can't go too wrong with it. Last thing I'm gonna add is CD just got his massive contract. He's the only other person really out there that I think is competing neck and neck with Tyreek. Yeah, I guess online Ron gave him a good chance, but I got CD 10-1 win Offensive Player of the Year this year. He got paid from Jerry. Why not go ahead and get me paid?
I like it. Sliding over to the defensive side of the ball. All right, I already gave it out earlier this season. Max Crosby 850-1. It was at 10-1 when I got down on it, but Max Crosby is a dog, man, and now that he has somebody opposing him with Christian Wilkins, I think there's going to be a lot of opportunities for Crosby to come in and get those sacks, and he might even have a 20-sack season. So look out for it, man. Max Crosby 850 plus 850.
Man, I'd love to say it because I already tailed that one earlier. But I'm going with T.J. Watt because I think he kind of got snuffed last year from Myles Garrett. With all due respect, I think he's hunting it down this year.
I mean, he led the league in sacks, and I think Garrett, he maybe got a couple points for the couple interceptions and one fumble return touchdown that he brought back. So it's going to be a close year every year, man. And, you know, that AFC North, they play hard-nosed football, and, you know, they're going to be seeing each other at least twice a year. So I like it, man. I like it. And you gave out TJ. I feel like you can't give out TJ without giving Miles. So Miles 7-1. You got to run it back, man. He's just one of the most dominant pass rushers in the league, and him and TJ are going to be going at it for a couple years to come.
Okay, all right. Any thoughts on a Coach of the Year?
Man, you know what it is. Brian Callahan. Coach Cali. It's Cali season, man. He brought in his dad, the best offensive line coach in the league. Brian Callahan. Folks, I don't know how to express how much joy has been in my heart this offseason, man. Rand Carthen has cooked. He brought in all the right pieces. And I think Brian Callahan is going to be a leader of men, man. And I think he sneakily might take him to the division. So at 20-1, get down on it.
I kind of like that. I like that a lot. The only other thing I'm going to add into it is Matt LaFleur. I think if the GB boys take it all the way to the Super Bowl, I think that's the easiest ticket for him getting it.
Yeah, former Tennessee offensive coordinator. So I like Matt LaFleur, man. I believe we just got one more category, and that
is the Comeback Player of the Year.
DeMar Hamlin. All right, Cameron, who you got for your Comeback Player of the Year?
All right, I got a couple of them. Not really proud of one of them, but I mean, you got to do what you got to do, man. First one, I think Anthony Richardson very well can have it if he comes back and plays out of his mind. A lot of people are really hyped on these Colts offense, thinking that they actually might be kind of good this year. I think if he gets back and he plays really well, he's very well competing in that Comeback Player of the Year. So
I like it. I had to go chalky, man. He didn't give us but like 2-3 snaps last year.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers, plus 200, man. Yeah. He got the best. He has the best
opportunity.
Overall
I'd
situation
say it's a higher
of everybody.
ceiling.
Yeah.
He has the abilities. He has the tools. I don't know, man. He ain't been the same since he had them cheese heads.
Side note, I don't know if this is one's actually going to hit. I don't know if I'm actually going to bet on it. But Matthew Judon, 80-1. It is definitely worth talking about. I love Matt Judon as a player. He's going to be, hopefully, that dominant pass rusher for the Atlanta team. And at 80-1, man, I was high on him last year. I even had a couple bets on Matt Judon Defensive Player of the Year. But 80-1, fuck it, man. Fuck it.
Man, if I'm going to add a fuck it into this bitch, whew, ain't no way I'm doing this, but Deshaun Watson, 40-1 Comeback Player of the Year.
I don't want any of my money to be touching Deshaun Watson right now, but for all the real degens out there,
saying,
there's value there. I'll admit there's value there.
Might be some value there.
Yeah. And this has been the Forklift Certified Gambling Podcast. I'm your host, Forklift Certified Gambling, with my
podcast partner, Cam the G. What's up, everyone? Appreciate y'all for watching. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Drop the likes. Drop a comment. Really want to share this out there. So, let's try to get, 20 videos? 20 views?
20 views is very doable, folks. Let's get us to that mark, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure to follow all the social medias. Do all the things, folks. Appreciate y'all. Peace.
Deuces.